Another day, another comic. Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you have never been here before, my name is Frank, and I like to do a little bit of everything really relating to comic books and bringing you news and bringing you hauls of my comics and things that I think you guys should be investing in, because I love watching videos like that. That's what I enjoy because they can actually be very beneficial to me. Now, I am doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers. I'm sorry, I know it gets so annoying, but I am doing a completely free giveaway. That's right, free. But that's going to be at 100 subscribers, and I'm going to make a own separate video for that one. So yeah, if you like the channel, hit the like button and subscribe if you like to see content like this, because I will definitely be putting more content out like this. With all that out of the way, in this one, I'm going to be doing a top 10 comics that I think you should be investing in. Now, this is purely my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt and invest your money in what you think you should be investing in, something that makes you happy, not just because somebody on the internet told you to, but it could be, a little prosperous if you do listen to people sometimes. Let's get into this little one. First up on the list, this one is a little bit, it's kind of hard to tell how this one's going to do, but this one, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man number 41, the first appearance of Rhino. Now, why I have this one on the list is because people have kind of been speculating for a little bit that Rhino's going to be making appearance back. And when you tend to see these rumors, yeah, you kind of take them with a grain of salt, but then they kind of tend to happen. And then when we saw the Morbius trailer, and we saw in the middle of the newspaper right next to Black Cat Friend or Foe, we saw Rhino escapes from the zoo, and I think that might be Sony just giving us a little hint that we could be seeing Rhino again in some kind of incarnation. So while this comic is not very cheap, and I actually have one, so obviously I picked it up, while it's not very cheap, I think it's just a really great key Amazing Spider-Man to be into, and you're going to see some Amazing Spider-Man on this list for sure. But Amazing Spider-Man comics just tend to do very, very well. And just the market for them just stays hot, and for good reason. I think just Amazing Spider-Man comics are great to be into. So next up on the list at number 9, we have Submariner number 1. Speculation on Submariner coming around has been out for a long time now, for years, and yet we have still not seen Submariner. But I do think that Marvel is setting us up to finally see our first mutant ever. Well, it was announced later on that he was the first mutant ever. But I think that Submariner is coming, and he could be connected to the Illuminati like we saw in Doctor Strange 2, which we think that's the Illuminati. We're assuming. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that Submariner 1 is a great comic to be into. And this, of course, is his first Silver Age appearance in an ongoing series, but it's just a very iconic cover, and it's really not that expensive. I have one, and I'm going to be getting it graded because I'm kind of speculating that we're going to see him, and I think it's going to be really cool to see Submariner. I just really hope that they get the right actor and they do everything right for it. Just rumors have been happening for a long time that he is coming, but yes, I would be putting my money in a Submariner 1, and I already have. So, yeah, you're going to see that on this list. I kind of already have a lot of these comics, and that's just not me trying to, make the marketing different. I'm a small YouTube channel, but I'm just trying to help you guys out and let you know my kind of mindset and where I'm at, and hopefully I'll help one of you guys, make a decision on something. Next up at number 8, again, another one that people are kind of still just speculating on, but nothing has been really concrete, and that's going to be Marvel Spotlight number 5. And this is a comic that, again, I own in a 0.5 CGC, but I think it's just a great issue. It's kind of been showing that the first appearance of Ghost Rider is going to be continuing to climb up. Now, Marvel Spotlight number 5 being the first appearance of Ghost Rider is a great comic to be into. But also, Ghost Rider number 1 is a very iconic cover and a very iconic issue, and that is another one that you could also be investing in. People have been speculating that we're going to get a new Marvel incarnation of Ghost Rider and Johnny Blaze, and we're going to see if that comes true. That's another person that people are speculating on that's going to be in Doctor Strange 2, but man, they're really kind of throwing the ball out there and trying to get so many characters in. But I feel like this happens to every movie. It happened to Amazing Spider-Man, which they kind of really set the bar. So I feel like Doctor Strange 2 kind of has to get past how good Spider-Man was, because that was awesome to see 3 different Spider-Mans and all the old characters again. It was awesome to see them again, in my opinion. So yes, Marvel Spotlight number 5, I think I would be investing in that right now. Next up, not a very cheap comic. And again, just you could speculate a long time on this one, but at some point, I believe one of these 2 characters is coming very soon. We have Fantastic Four number 48, and that is the first appearance of the Silver Surfer and the first appearance of Galactus. 2 comic book characters that are huge for Fantastic Four. Now, Fantastic Four are coming. That has been confirmed by Kevin Feige and, by Marvel. And I hope that I have high hopes for Marvel. I think that they do a really, really good job and they do their homework. So I think they're really going to do their homework and they're going to finally do a Fantastic Four the right way. Yeah, those movies were just not very good. And I have a feeling like we're either going to see Silver Surfer soon or we're going to see Galactus soon. And man, when those characters it's going to be huge. This comic is really not cheap right now. An alternative to it is Fantastic Four number 49. And that, again, is another great comic to be into. And that's another one that the price has been just climbing very much on that one as well. So yeah, I think this is one that as long as we don't see the character, people are always going to be thinking that character could be right around the corner. So something like that, I really think is a great investment to be into. All right, next up at number 6 on my list of top 10 comics I think you should be investing in is Marvel Spotlight number 32, the first appearance of Spider-Woman. Now, I don't currently own this comic, but I am actively trying to get one, at least in the grade that I want to. And this is a great issue to be into, and I think it's one of those ones that I think is going to take off a lot if there becomes any rumors or if Sony comes out and says that they're going to do a Spider-Woman movie, because I think Spider-Woman could be really awesome. I think done the right way, Spider-Woman could be great. It'd be nice to have like a different take on Spider-Man, because like a woman's version, and Zendaya would be awesome if they could do her as Spider-Woman. I mean, she's a badass, let's be honest. But yeah, she would be just really good as Spider-Woman. And they've been kind of speculating for a while now that Spider-Woman's going to be coming, but we really haven't heard anything concrete. And I think Spider-Man's going to need help with all these villains that are coming out. It's all these villain movies, these anti-hero movies. I think they're cool, but man, there's a lot of them coming out. You can't have all anti-heroes. They have to be, villains. We need villains. But yeah. Anyways, Marvel Spotlight number 32, my number 6, and I think that is definitely a comic to be into right now. Next up at number 5, we have another Amazing Spider-Man, and you might think, oh, that's kind of weird, but we have Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Now, it's kind of weird because it's not a first appearance. However, it is the first time that Doctor Doom is appearing outside of Fantastic Four, and it is a very iconic cover with Doctor Doom and Spider-Man on. Now, this comic has 2 things going for it. One, it's an early Amazing Spider-Man, and man, those are gold. Those are great to be into. They just constantly go up. Even if it's just a little bit, they generally really don't come down, especially such a big issue like this. Now, this comic is really not very expensive in the lower grades, so you could definitely pick one up for lower, but they don't come up very often. Now, with Fantastic Four around the corner, one of the biggest villains in Fantastic Four has always been Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is an awesome character. Let's be honest here. He's such an iconic character, and he's amazing. And again, it's one of those ones where even if we don't see him on screen, people are going to always be speculating that we're going to eventually see him. And I think we are going to eventually see him, because I think Marvel's finally going to get this right. So that is going to be awesome to see, and it's going to be great to see who they cast in these various roles, because Marvel tends to do a pretty good job of casting people. So it'll be interesting to see if Doctor Doom is going to come sooner or later. But regardless, Outside of Fantastic Four number 5, whoo, that book is expensive. But outside of that, this is a great comic to be into, and one that you can get for, not too much money. But yeah, that's number 5 on my list. Next up at number 4, and I don't know if I wanted to put this so high up on the list, but we have Captain Marvel number 29, the first appearance of Soy-San, and this is the appearance of Eros and Thanos' mother. Now, I'm really speculating on this one because I think that we're going to see her, and I think that's going to be one of the ways that they kind of explain how these two are brothers, because you can't just throw that out there like that and like not explain anything to us. I think we're going to see her, but I don't know if it's going to be, like a long time ago and she's not around anymore, or if she's still around and she's going to come back and it's going to kind of, explain all of that. But I think that we are going to see some kind of form of her. And this really is a comic that's really not that expensive, but there's not a lot of them out there. Looking at graded ones on Go Collect, there are not a lot of graded issues at all. So higher grades are great to own, because if she does come and people want this comic, holy smokes, this has like a lot of potential to really take off. So I have 2 of them right now, an 8.5 and a raw that's like really lower grade. But I am looking to pick up one more, and I want that one to be a higher grade one because I'm really speculating on it. But with these comics that I tell you to invest in now, I'm not telling you to go out and pay full price. That's not what I do. I try to go out and get a little bit of a deal while the market's, semi-hot on them, but it hasn't really taken off yet. So that way, if they really don't come and I change my mind on them and they're not going to come, I still have room to be able to sell it and not lose any money, and maybe make a little money if I'm lucky. That doesn't always happen, but I try to make it happen. So yeah, that is something we'll see. But I really think that we're going to see their parents or something to try to explain how these two are brothers. Next up on the list, and this one is, there have been rumors for this one for a while, and that is Amazing Spider-Man number 265, the first appearance of Silver Sable. Now, this is a comic that really hasn't been that expensive at all, and I think that this one definitely has a chance to, increase in price a lot, because it's really not that expensive. And I just think that this is a great comic to be into right now, and for not a lot of money. And it's a great issue, and Sony has already expressed interest in making a Black Cat Silver Sable movie. Now with all these rumors coming out with The Foreigner and Silver Sable rumors, those rumors kind of add up, and then Black Cat, I think that this comic is definitely really going to be into. Again, number 3 on my list, Amazing Spider-Man, number 265. Then, number 2 on the list, and I know, I'm sorry, I keep showing you guys Amazing Spider-Man, but number 2 on the list is Amazing Spider-Man number 209. And this is the first appearance of Calypso, who is the wife of Kraven, and she has already been confirmed she's coming in the Kraven movie. So this comic is like kind of like a Madam Web, where I don't think it's going to jump as much as Madam Web did, and but I really think that this comic still has a little bit of room to grow, and it's already been confirmed that Calypso is coming. So once we see her in, some kind of commercial or anything like that, I think that comic is definitely going to take off then, and that generally seems to be when the comics reach their highest value. So if she looks really cool and she's going to be a badass, then I think a comic could take off kind of a lot. But this was definitely an issue that I think not a lot of people were speculating on, and I certainly was a little bit, because there were people talking about it, but I never picked up one personally, like a graded one. But I do actually have a raw one, which I have off getting cleaned right now. So that was pretty cool to be able to have that one, and then this kind of worked out for me. At number 1, and again, if you guys are still here, thank you for watching the video. Hit the like if you've liked the video so far. Subscribe if you haven't yet and you want to see more content like this. It really does help, and I really do appreciate all of you. At number 1 on the list, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 194. And I am always actively looking to get a deal and purchase this comic, because it is a great comic to be into, because Sony has only slightly hinted, like I said before, at Black Cat coming. So I really don't think a lot of people are really heavily invested in it. And it shows like this comic hasn't gone up a lot in price, but it has gone up a little bit in price. As soon as Sony confirms something, there it goes. This comic is taking off. Amazing Spider-Man are just really good comics to be into, but this one definitely has a lot of potential, and Sony has already shown some interest in the character. It's like Adam Warlock. We were shown Adam Warlock, at the end of Guardians in the Galaxy, and people kind of sat on it for a while. It went up a little bit from then, but then as soon as like all of this news started coming out that he's going to be the villain in the next one, holy smokes, this thing is taken off, and there's several comics taking off for it, which is crazy to me that it's become so popular, because we sat for so long and we could have been picking up all these issues, but not a lot of us did, and I certainly didn't. I was trying to get a Fantastic Four number 67, but I was never able to get one for a good enough deal that I thought was worth investing in. That was unfortunate for me, but hey, that happens. But yes, that is number 1 on my list. Amazing Spider-Man number 190 for the first appearance of Black Cat. I would be picking this one up right now, and I'm hoping to be picking up some more. So that is a video, everyone. Thank you so much if you're still here and still watching. Don't forget, doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, and please like the video and comment down below what you thought, and I really do appreciate all of your opinions. So until then, I will catch you guys in the next one.